Let's start from the top. What's up? What's up? It's your boy Saucy Rossy, and today I grilled up this delicious chicken on a pineapple. I used that pineapple to just tenderize the chicken, and it worked perfectly. This recipe is so simple and so basic, and it's made for you to follow at home. So make sure you like and subscribe, smash that button so you get notifications, and come on along for the ride. I'm the Canadian king of backyard barbecue. What's up? All right, let's get started by making a little compound butter. This is really straightforward. I put gravel and maple bourbon dry rub into some butter. Gave it a really good mix, and that basically made me some homemade seasoning butter. That's perfect for seasoning up this chicken. All you got to do is give it a real good mix and just kind of work it in there and incorporate it. Then, once it looks like this, you're good to go. So we're going to grab that chicken and we're going to kind of loosen up the skin. As you can see, I actually tore the skin. I didn't really mean to, but hey, life happens. If you end up tearing the skin, don't worry too much about it. Just try and be delicate, not tear it too much. We're going to go in on the legs, in on the breast. We're going to rub it all on the outside of the chicken. Make sure to get those wings fully coated as well, and the legs. We're going to kind of pull that skin back where we ripped it just to kind of like form it over, just fix it up a little bit. And we're also going to go into the inside of the chicken, in the cavity, with some of this butter. That's going to be real important here. We want to make sure we get every nook and cranny on this chicken prepped. Next, you're going to take a pineapple and like slice it downwards like this. We're making a little bit of like a podium. Okay, and we're going to get the chicken propped up right on top of that. Now, pineapple is really good for tenderizing chicken. So I thought this might be a good way to maybe, barbecue it. And like I said before, it turned out perfectly. This is how I ran it. I ran it in my Napoleon charcoal grill with 2 charcoal baskets, each filled with Kingsford briquettes. I had them fully going from my charcoal chimney. I wanted this to be nice and hot. And as you can see, I evenly spaced out the charcoal baskets so that I could plop down the chicken directly in between. Now, what's really important here is with these charcoal baskets, I don't have charcoal in the center sitting up against the edge like really intensely, because there's going to be a lot of heat from there. So as you can see, the back of the charcoal baskets are actually piled a little bit higher with those briquettes. But hey, that's not too complicated. You can handle this. It's not that crazy. So we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a little bit of a barbecue sauce. I got my cast iron dish here. I'm going to throw in about half a cup of ketchup or so, a couple dashes of Worcestershire, some squirts of mustard, some apple cider vinegar. We're going to go in with some brown sugar, and then we're going to come back in with those 2 seasonings we had earlier, gravel and maple bourbon by Cusos Cuts. We're going to give that a real good mix. You can see there, I actually have it sitting inside the barbecue here. I really wanted to heat up this sauce before I applied it, and this was the perfect way. Now, I'm using my barbecue mop to evenly distribute this. This mop just really helps for glazing chicken. It's such a nice tool, but it's not necessary. One of the really nice things about it, though, is it lets me get nice and close to the chicken when it's in that coal bed. I mean, if I'm sticking my hands in there with a regular brush, I'm going to get burnt. So this nice little mop really does the trick. And as you can see here, I've glazed on 2 layers of barbecue sauce. And at this point, I'm just waiting until that chicken passes 165 internal. That's going to be the perfect temperature to pull this off and just enjoy. We all know chicken's regulations, 165 is the minimum requirement. So as soon as it gets close to that, I like to pull it off to try and keep it as juicy and as tender as possible. Now, one thing I'll mention here, that citrus pineapple flavor is really a nice layer of flavor that gets added to the chicken that I wasn't expecting. I was thinking this might be more of a gimmick, having the chicken sit directly on the pineapple, but I was blown away at how much of like the juice and the flavor transferred into the chicken. It was actually delicious and delectable, like a 10 out of 10. And I actually am definitely going to make this type of chicken again because of just how juicy and tender it was. So we passed 165 internal. The legs were reading at about 180. I decided to pull it off. As you can see, that little pineapple podium looked absolutely delicious and smelled incredible. So I'm going to set that aside for just a moment here. And we're going to slice into this chicken. And as you can see, this is the exact result I was looking for. Tender, juicy chicken. Scrumptious. Nice and covered in that barbecue sauce. Just looking immaculate. Man, oh man, this is such a simple recipe. I highly suggest you give it a shot. Thank you so much for watching. And remember guys, barbecue for life. Like and subscribe and check out all my other videos. Take care, stay safe.